Hello again. Today I've got this Commando lock. It's an American laminated padlock. Looks very similar to any of the master lock laminated padlocks, but it isn't. What this is a really nice to pick padlock. I think it's 5 pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 pin padlock. As I say, you'd think it was the same as a master lock, but it really isn't. This is a real pleasure to pick. There's some security pins in there. You get some nice full sets. You get some counter rotation. It's a quite low ranked belt ranked lock, but I would recommend, if you can actually get hold of one. They're a little bit rare over here on the UK. But in America, I believe that they're a lot more common. I would take one of these over 10 of the basic master locks every time. You're going to learn something from this lock in terms of picking security pins, spools and whatever, and it is just so enjoyable. In terms of the actual lock, it's got a very neat little trick. To open it up, the key goes in, turns to that position, doesn't go any farther, and the lock opens up. So then you turn the shackle 180 degrees, turn the key to the opposite direction, so anti-clockwise, and the shackle just comes out. Now on mine, this came with 2 shackles, so what it would enable you to do if you were using this padlock to actually lock something up is that you can then put the long shackle in, turn the key, spin it round, and there you go, you've got a long shackle padlock. I assume that's how this came in a packet, enabling you to have 2 versions of the same lock for your money. Lockpicking Lawyer has got a video of one of these being picked, and it's got a shouldered shroud on the top of his. That added an extra element of security into it, because you had to actually pick the lock. If you were picking the lock, you would have to pick it twice, once clockwise to open it, and then second anti-clockwise to actually remove the shackle. Did seem a bit finicky in terms of actual usage, and you might have been better just paying a bit more money for a more secure padlock, just to, for ease of use. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm just going to swap that back to the short shackle so it fits in my vise better. Spin that round and lock it back up. So I'm just going to pick this clockwise tonight. Just while I'm on the subject of my vise, what came up in a conversation with Lady Locks not long ago was she showed her 3D printed small rig base. I said I would do a quick chat when I could about my vise, which is a small rig vise and clamp with this little articulated arm. So what I've done is I bought an adapter. That adapter screws into a nut which I've epoxied, and what this is a small chopping board or breadboard. Because I haven't got a dedicated lock space, I have to pack all my kit up every night, and it has to be as neat as possible. So this works great. If I want to really pack it away, put it in a drawer or something, I can just disassemble it very quickly and assemble it just as quickly. If you haven't got one of these, it's fantastic. You can make the vise pretty much reach any position that you want to, and they're fantastic at holding euros, padlocks and all sorts of things. They struggle with the bigger locks, but anyway, so let's get to picking this Commando lock. I'm going to use the long leg, because as with a lot of these laminated padlocks, these rivets, if you try and use the short leg on the top of the keyway or pin side tension, the the tension wrench very often catches on these lugs, so just using the longer side. Let's just put autofocus on that and give you a shot of the QA, and let's see how we get on. Okay, so a little false set there. Pin 2, that's binding. Pin 3. Pin 4, bit of counter rotation. And just nudged pin 1 there, and the false set deepened. Now, I know from doing this lock, practicing this lock before, that this pin 1 now needs an extra nudge. And then another one. So again, going through the lock, looking for the counter rotation. And there we go. That's the lock picked. As I say, absolutely lovely to pick. The feedback is lovely, crisp. The counter rotation. If you can get hold of one of these, I really would recommend it. It's not hard. It's just really nice to pick. Anyway, that's my picking of the Master Lock Commando laminated padlock. Thanks a lot for watching.